Testing, testing. All right, what's up, everybody? All right, so this is Steph again, and I want to just do a quick breakdown here while the market's open midday right now, 10:40 for me. I'm in California, but I had a few questions. People were asking me about futures, and um, I guess we'll just take a look, right? So as you guys can see, this chart, this is /ES. I'm on the 4-hour time frame right now, just because the previous candle just closed. So now we're developing the next candle. So a lot of stuff going on in the market. There's FOMC, there's um, data, good data, bad data. I mean, there's a mixture of a lot of things, but overall, I want you guys to see what this um sorry, getting distracted here because of Discord. Again, market's open right now, and then Discord's like popping off. So a couple of things going on. But anyways, with a lot of stuff going on in the market, I want you guys to see what the futures are telling us, right? Usually that there's a mixture of up and down movements. Whether it's up and down movement intraday, you can fully take advantage of both sides to the market. You just got to be wise with your trading and your stop losses based on whatever setup it is that you're trading. Regardless, want to show you guys /ES right here. The fact that we did not break down 45.50 and it's still being as demand. And today we're closing right above a little bit higher 45.50, right? The pattern, the base that it's still building, it's still valid here. Do we have a clear breakout to either side? Not just yet. Especially after hitting that 46. That 46 is mainly a psychological number where a lot of people feel like we're not going to break it yet. But the fact that we're building this base here, we're at a point where we can accumulate and then break above 46. If we start to break above 46, know that you should be confident to be in calls in SPY. This is SPY. If you guys don't know, the ETF follows /ES, which is the future, and therefore creating a bullish sentiment in the market. Now, I want you guys to see something that NQ. NQ is one of the strongest sectors out there right now. So it does provide a lot of strength and sentiment towards the market in general. Now, the past 2 days, Monday trading session and then today trading session, Monday was an aggressive sell-off. It dropped back down, but this created a wick after breaking this base right here at this 158, right? So with that breaking down, coming back in here, we decided to retest. But I want to show you guys something right now, okay? So this is going to lead into something else. Now, NQ is building this nice range here. ES can provide a little more strength in the market, but we need NQ to actually hold here above this 158 or 159 in the next, 3 days, Wednesday, Thursday, Friday. This will give us a nice confirmation that we are building base here, and /ES will continue to trade sideways, and that's okay. Some of you guys may call it chop, no direction, whatever you guys want to call it. I really don't care. What this is called accumulation in the market. Whether we hold here, drop here, or push back up, as long as we're here above 158, I'm letting you know now that this is accumulation. Okay, the difference between chop and accumulation is that I fully understand what is happening in the market. People who use that word chop are telling you that they don't understand what is going on in the market. But I'm here to tell you that if we're above 158, we're accumulating. Accumulating can lead to a bigger breakout or a bigger breakdown, whichever one comes first. Okay. Next one is going to be RTY. RTY, I want to show you guys something here again. Here's a nice pop when we came from 1720. I actually had calls down here, and I ended up getting stopped way down here. But I got back in, and I made some money back on IWM. I got back in on this ride too, and then I sold, and then I let it go further. But that was a great trade. So here is the example of what people call chop, right? So here is the example. Like if you go look at /ES right now, it's almost like the same thing. It's creating a nice little base pattern right here. The difference here, it was that it was more of an ascending triangle that ended up pushing up into that next zone right above. As you can see right here, the highs of 1890 yeah, 1890 to about 19. So the trend right here, just because we have a red day today doesn't mean that it's bearish. It's bearish intraday, yes, of course, but the trend in general here already pushed up, so the pressure pushed it right back up. So if ES can break 36 in the next 3 days, I'm assuming this RTY can create a little base here, 1860, 1880, all the way to 1900, and then give us that perfect trend to the upside, which the resistance will break once it starts to hit. Okay, so I just gave you guys 3 futures. Okay, I'm gonna give you guys this other one. YM, this is the Dow. Look at it. It hasn't even gotten sideways. It's literally just been trending, right? So I want to show you the weekly time frame. Look at the Dow. The Dow is literally at all-time highs. We're only a few points away from hitting all-time high. Like, can it keep going? Of course, but it's gonna take the sector of the Dow to continue to keep on going. So if you guys do some due diligence, please feel free to go check out the biggest heavyweights on the Dow. Okay. I also want to point out the VIX. Okay. Now, please don't go off charting the VIX. Okay. Anybody who tells you to chart the VIX, you should stay away from them. Okay, please. Fear cannot be charted, guys. All right. But be aware that once this presses up, that means more sell-off and more volatility in the market. There can be some up and down movements intraday. There can be some aggressive selling intraday. But as long as this stays down, there's no reason to keep on shorting unless you're scalping your trades and taking advantage of those small patterns in the market. Be aware of the VIX. Every time volatility kicks in, I usually bring this up. But if volatility slows down, I'll definitely start buying dips once this cools off. No specific level. It just needs to be red or green. That is it. So now I'm just going to break down CAT. I personally am in this trade here, and I want you guys to take advantage of it while I post this setup. So CAT's been, it's part of the Dow, FY. It trended down for earnings. It dropped down, but it came right back up. It based out. I actually caught this trade a couple times already. And then now here's the next one. Since it's on the trend, right? So I just want to show you guys so you guys can see what I'm talking about. And then all the way back up to here. And here's your pop. There's that resistance right here. So that 258, 260, right? That's where we dropped down from. And then we continued down into earnings. And then now here's your pop. Here's your retest yesterday and today. And we're finally breaking above. Let me get to all this. So this is kind of what I see. Okay, so I'm in the 257.50 call for December 15th. All right, I got in a lot earlier. So I'm definitely in this trade right now. Okay. What I'm looking for now is for this to continue above 257 and 260. Once it starts to hit above 257.50, which I'm gonna show you on the 15th. Okay, I'll show you this right here. This is where it hit. So right now it's just currently just holding. Here it is. Here's the retest from yesterday. There's that little base. Perfect bounce right here. And then again, you can enter right here around 256 if you wanted to. This thing can continue to keep on going and do something like that towards the end of the day. If not, it can just stay range all day long and just kind of chill and wait till tomorrow, right? So here, let me show you a few names that actually broke down as well. That's providing weakness to NQ, right? So NVIDIA was one of them. NVIDIA, freaking Burry, the biggest bear out there, took a position somewhere around these levels right here. I don't know where exactly he took a trade, but he took it and he's probably made a lot of money. But regardless of what he did, this is a nice drop-based drop, and the trend is still your friend, right? So as you can see, here you go, drop-based drop again, came here and then retested again. So there's your retest. If this thing starts to go above and hold 460, just because it's more of a psychological number, I think it should be okay for calls if it shows any type of recovery all the way back into 475 on this base. Why this base and not this one here? The difference is that this one would be a lot weaker than this one. So You want the bigger retest on the bigger time frames, the ones that consolidated the most, not the trend itself. The trend itself, yes, you do target intraday, but for the swing targets, for the bigger moves and the bigger rewards, you want to target the bigger bases. Above this 475 will be back around like 484, 45. At that point, then I think NVIDIA will be bullish, but for right now, this name is still bearish, as you can see, right? So there goes NVIDIA. Here goes Netflix. Netflix, after it based out, it started trading down. So right now, the current trend for Netflix is still bearish. Meta, I actually got stopped on this pretty bad today. I thought it was gonna come back up on the 15th. So let me just show you where I took the trade. I took it right here, this 420, just because of this right here. It were above the nice green open candle from right here. Even though it had wicks right here, the strength was not enough, and then market ended up dropping right at that exact moment when I took that trade. And then it stopped me out real fast within the next like 15-20 minutes. Took a pretty big loss, but it's okay. I still respected the stop loss. I got out. I didn't care. I'm not here to hold with FOMO or anything like that. I'm just here to respect the trade, right? Another name that's very strong right now is Apple. As you guys can see, it had a nice bull flag. It broke out. So what's next on Apple? Basically, you want 50% of this move to hold, okay? So that's the full move. Your 50% is basically around right here. You want this to hold tomorrow. If anything, just use the pre-market levels tomorrow, and it's either gonna hold or it's gonna drop back down, right? Amazon, another name that's strong but hasn't really broken out of nowhere. It's still holding base. No real actual movements here. Just a nice solid green day today. Actually pumped all the way to 148.50, which was pretty insane. Hopefully some of you guys caught Amazon and Apple today. But if you didn't, it's all good. Okay. So I'm breaking down these tech names just so you guys can see why NQ is very important right now, because it's the one that carries a lot of the weight. Carrying the weight in the market means that we're either going to have a nice bearish sentiment or bullish sentiment just on the intraday, right? All right, so here's Google. I'm actually still in Google, 132 calls, FY. Look at where we ended up going down. I actually entered my trade here on Friday, and it dropped down, but of course, it stopped me out. And then again, I ended up picking up yesterday as well. Picked up a swing, and I ended up selling around 132. So I'm still holding some 132 calls. I'm not afraid to hold this position. I think it still has a lot of value. If it can just hold 130, 131, we'll end up hitting 132 or 133 areas. So in the next couple of weeks, of course, probably by the 15th, we should be up there if, of course, the market trades above the 46 level like we talked about, and then NQ ends up holding. But yeah, this level for Google was definitely a demand play. You can see by the way that the candle moved, it moved very aggressively, so a lot of buyers came in. Basically from the open, I got in right here at 129, rode it all the way to 132, so great trade. So if this can just get back up over 132, it'd be pretty nice. It would create a nice bullish momentum, right? But that's all of them. That's the main names, of course, CAT as well. CAT's the one that I'll be trailing on the 4-hour time frame. I'm going to be very patient on this. Very strong conviction that it's going to hit 260 in the next couple of days. So I'll be holding till then. Otherwise, around 253, 250, 250, then I'll probably get stopped out. I guess a lot of it just depends on the market right now, where we're going to go, how we're going to stay. We stay range, we stay up and down movements. Just enjoy those trades, guys, okay? The other one, the last one is going to be Tesla for you. I actually was in calls, and I'm still in one last runner right now. I have no reason to sell. It's a 235 call that I ended up getting here on Friday. I'll show you where I got in. I'll go on the 15. I trade on the 15-minute, guys. I don't trade on the 5, nor the 1 minute, nor the 10-minute, nor the 3-minute. It's just the 15-minute time frame for my day trades. and then the 4 hour time frame. But then the weekly, I'll look on Sundays just to see where we're at in general in the market. But I got in right here on Tesla, right here. So I really have no reason to sell my contract just yet, even though it's down right here. My contract's still green. All of it's free, so I'm not really worried on that position. But this this Tesla is wild, guys. You guys know that it has like a cult following, and this thing will go crazy. Let me just delete everything just so you guys can see a clear picture. That's why I don't use indicators either. So look at all this demand, guys. Okay, this is your major demand, even using the wicks right here. So I'm gonna use the wicks on this one. It had a lot of potential right at the open to hit 230 or lower. It definitely could have done something like this today, but it did. It actually the opposite. It ended up rallying up all the way into 246, right? So basically here, right? So I'm using the wicks again right there. So that would have been an amazing trade had you guys taken it. If you did, good, awesome job. If you're not, then it's all good. There's always another day for another trade, right? But right now, I think honestly, as long as it's so it's hitting, it hit this demand, it hit that top supply, and now it's coming back right down in the middle right here where it's going to be retesting. So tomorrow, this is your watch list for Tesla tomorrow. Anything, okay? Please remember this. Anything above 240, it's a long, okay? In between, I'm not really worried. Above 240, it's a long. Okay, you guys got that? Anything. I don't care if it's 241, 240.60, 242.31. I don't care. Above 240, it's a long. Why? Because it's retesting this previous breakout, this little base here from today, and it had an aggressive move today. It's holding 50%, and the 240 is going to be the perfect entry just to hold long, probably all the way into 250 into the next like few days. Again, this conversation can change overnight. This market can gap down. This market can gap up. If it gaps up and we're at 244, remember what I said earlier, above 240, anything, okay, it's going to be a long. All right, just remember that. Otherwise, the in-between really don't matter. Use those pre-market levels if you don't know how to use them. There is a video and some extra ones in there in the YouTube channel, of course, at Conservative Collectors. So just throwing that out there for you guys. But that's it, guys. This is my trading chart right here. This is how I trade. You guys can see Tesla. It's probably right there in that little yellow mark. I mean, you guys can honestly still take right here for power hour. Take a nice little trade like that. If it happens, it happens. If not, then whatever. But anyways, yeah. Hopefully you guys get to see this before the end of the day. If not, check it out. You're probably watching it after you got off work for markets close and stuff. But either way, go check out how the charts are playing. And I guess I'm just gonna tell you guys to go enjoy your day, right? Hopefully everybody's green. I personally took some red trades today, and I've taken some red ones the past like couple 2 weeks. So it's just been a little bit wild. I do have runners. I'm still green overall, so it's not a big deal. But yeah, I'll leave that up to you guys. You guys have fun. And stay green, I guess. If you guys need anything, just tag me, DM me, tag me on Instagram, whatever you guys got to do. All right, guys. Check y'all later.